What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Craftavore Tastes. And yeah, we're keeping that New Jersey thing going on. As I mentioned in the last couple episodes, focusing in on some beers from the great state of New Jersey. So we're going to keep on going down that path. And today we're actually diving into another beer from Carton Brewing out of Atlantic Highlands, New Jersey. This is Beach. So Beach is an overhopped session ale with orange zest coming in at 4% ABV. So super nice crusher for a hot summer day when you're lounging at the beach. All right. So one thing that I did want to mention about this particular version or variant of Beach is I actually get Beach distro up in my area in northern Jersey. However, I've actually never seen the variant where it says overhopped. I think this is something special that the brewery did. That was a brewery only release. I was lucky enough about a week or so ago to be in the Atlantic Highlands area and persuaded the old wife to stop by Carton Brewing and the brewery before we went on to a family event. And I kind of walked in, and that's kind of where I bought Tip the Top as well. And I was like, well, what else you got in cans? And they're like, have you had Beach? And I was like, yeah, I actually have. I had it last summer, and I brought it down with me on our beach vacation to Rehoboth Beach. And it was freaking dope, and I loved it. And I was like, yeah, but I can get it up near me. And he's like, I don't think you can get this variant. So I guess this is just kind of a super aggressive overhopped version of Beach. All right. So, and as far as I know, I believe Beach basically is just a version of boat beer. So I think they take the base of boat beer, which is Carton's flagship session pale ale, which is pretty aggressively hopped, comes in at 4.2% ABV. And I believe it is brewed with Pilsner malt and then Kolsch yeast. And so I'm guessing that Beach is the exact same thing. It just happens to be, in this case, super overhopped and then added with that orange zest. All right? Could be wrong. Tell me in the comments section. All right? So let's go through the drill, man. Let's pop a top on this guy, pour it into the glass, take a look at an appearance, obviously get the aroma, taste it, and then, of course, we're going to rate it. All right? So let's go ahead, go through that drill, get ourselves a nice clean glass. Whoa! I'll tell you, man. I suck at pouring beers on camera. I really suck. I cannot tell you. Whether it's I pour them too aggressive, that one in case I spilled, whatever. I'm keeping it. I don't care. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the appearance. So, yeah, I mean, if you've ever had boat beer from Carton Brewing, it looks exactly like that, right? So straw kind of yellow color. You got like a little bit of kind of like medium to medium minus kind of chill haze going on. You can definitely kind of get just like a little bit of kind of hazy notes and things like that, but nothing where you would consider that haze is going to be one of those predominant factors of this beer or features of this beer. It's not. It's just kind of got itself like a nice little kind of chill haze and maybe just some additional haze and particles going on from some of that overhopping. Not a tremendous amount of head, a little less than a quarter finger. Looks super awesome, man. Like it looks like boat. So let's go ahead and dive our nose into it and get an aroma. So definitely getting a huge pop of kind of like huge pop of like orange, obviously orange zest, right? It's brewed with orange zest, so that's obviously coming through without question. Man, I can understand why this beer is named why it is, and I'm not exactly sure how they're getting that, but it's got that kind of like suntan lotion like kind of aroma going on. It's completely apropos for the name. Like it just smells like a day at the beach, right? And I realize that's an awful descriptor, right? It's like, yeah, that's the name of the beer. But that's seriously what it smells like. It's a mix of super light kind of orange citrus mixed in with like a little bit of suntan lotion and even kind of like little kind of sweet notes of like maybe something like a honeysuckle. Like it's delicate. I freaking love it, man. It smells freaking awesome. I enjoyed this the first time I had it last year. I'm even more psyched to dive into this overhop version. So, smells amazing, as all Carton beers do. Let's go ahead and give her a taste. Cheers. Okay, man. So, that's a freaking crusher, man. Wow. Holy smokes. One more, one more. Oh, God. So, at the taste, extremely crushable, very light, very vibrant, very bright kind of beer. It's even got like almost like kind of like a little bit of a plussed up kind of carbonation going on where it really accentuates kind of the refreshingness straight up off the bat. You're kind of hit a little bit with just some kind of light tones of like that orange zest and a little bit of honeysuckle. Like it's delicate citrus, right? It's not overpowering your palate. In fact, it's kind of nicely settling in with just kind of a light kind of sweetness. And then middle of the palate as you kind of finish off, beer finishes dry, and then you're kind of hit with that kind of blast of kind of lingering bitterness that kind of coats the palate a little bit, but it does a really nice job of balancing out the crispness and brightness that you're getting of the beer up front. And then it finishes kind of slightly bitter, which does a really, like I said, nice job of kind of balancing things out, right? Like crisp, crushable, slightly sweet up front, finish kind of nice and dry with a little bit of bitter. And when you combine those kind of two things, it's really kind of super balanced for a, 4% basically session ale. Going back in for another sip. Yeah. Unbelievable. All right. Let's go ahead and give this one a rating. So, Carton Brewing's Beach Overhopped Session Ale with orange zest coming in at 4% ABV. I'm going to go ahead and give this one a 4 caps, man. Like, at the end of the day, you know, there's only so much that you're going to be able to get out of kind of like a session beer, right? And so, I think for what this beer was intended or why it was brewed to be intended for a crushable, bright, easy kind of drinking beer that you can enjoy when you're down the shore or, you know, at the beach on like a super hot 95-degree summer day when you're, you know, diving in and back in from the water and you're just coming out to kind of quench your thirst. So given that, I mean, at the end of the day, it delivers on exactly what I think it was intended to be brewed for. And on top of it, like, it's an extremely crushable, awesome tasting beer. And I'm probably going to bring this down with me, a 4-pack, or maybe even a little bit more when I head down to Rehoboth Beach again in a couple of weeks. So, all right, man, that'll do it for this episode of the Craftavore Tastes. Again, Beach getting 4 caps from me. Hope you join me again for another episode where I drink, I review, I rate, and then I repeat. Cheers.